If you've ever sat in front of your trading screen with your heart racing, staring at a red loss that punches you straight in the stomach, then you already know the dangerous pull of revenge trading. It's that moment when logic disappears, emotions take over, and your brain whispers, "Get it back, right now." And in that moment, you stop trading the market and start fighting your own psychology. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden mental mechanics behind revenge trading, why it destroys traders, and more importantly, how to break the cycle before it breaks you. Because the truth is simple. People don't blow up their accounts because they lack skill. They blow them up because they let their emotions hold the mouse. Revenge trading begins with a shock, a sudden loss, a trade gone wrong, a setup you trusted that betrayed you. Your brain reacts as if you've been physically threatened. Cortisol spikes, adrenaline surges, and instead of stepping back, breathing, and following your plan, your mind starts screaming at you to fix the mistake. This is not rational thought. This is survival instinct. You feel wronged by the market. You feel embarrassed. You feel attacked. And the desire to regain control becomes stronger than the desire to trade correctly. In that moment, you are no longer trying to follow your system. You're trying to protect your ego. The dangerous part is how fast this shift happens. One minute you're a trader. The next minute you're a gambler with something to prove. Your position size suddenly doubles. Your stop loss magically disappears. You convince yourself that this next trade, this one, will save the day. And when it doesn't, when the market does what it always does, move in ways you didn't expect, the spiral deepens. Because revenge trading is not just one bad decision, it is a cycle of emotional chasing, driven by something deeper, the fear of being wrong. Being wrong feels threatening to the human brain. We're wired to avoid humiliation, failure, and loss of status. That red number on your screen isn't just financial pain, it's psychological pain. It threatens your identity as a trader. So your brain creates a simple illusion. If I win it back quickly, the loss never existed. That illusion drags traders into the most destructive behavior in the financial markets, because what you're really trying to erase is not the loss, but the feeling of failure that came with it. The real problem is that revenge trading doesn't happen in isolation. It compounds. You begin to stack emotional decisions on top of emotional decisions. You break your rules. You ignore your signals. You jump into the market with no setup at all. Your thinking becomes impulsive, scattered, and desperate. You start to believe the market is moving against you on purpose. You feel like you're being punished. And when that mindset takes hold, you lose the ability to see the market clearly. You're no longer analyzing charts, you're reacting to pain. To understand why this happens, we need to look at a psychological phenomenon called loss aversion. Humans hate losing more than we enjoy winning. A $100 loss feels twice as painful as a $100 gain feels good. So when traders lose money, they don't think, "How do I recover?" They think, "How do I stop this pain right now?" And the fastest way, or at least what the brain believes is the fastest way, is to jump back in immediately. It's like touching a hot stove and trying to press your hand back onto it harder to prove you're not hurt. Revenge trading is the emotional equivalent of self-burning. Another force at play is the illusion of control. After a loss, you feel like the market took something from you. You want to take it back. But the market isn't a person. It doesn't care about your feelings, your account, or your plans. The only thing you can control is your execution. But in the heat of the moment, your brain tricks you into believing you can force the market to give you your money back. So you click, and click again. And with every emotional decision, you surrender more control while believing you're gaining it. Understanding your psychology is not enough. You need a plan to break the cycle. The first step is recognizing the triggers. Revenge trading doesn't start with a trade. It starts with an emotion. That tightness in your chest, that frustration, that urgency, that voice in your head saying, you can't end the day red. When you feel that emotional heat rising, you must pause. Walk away from the desk, close your platform, disconnect your decision-making from your emotions before they hijack you. Most traders destroy their accounts in the 5 minutes after a loss, not the loss itself. The second step is to build a rule that protects you from yourself. The most successful traders in the world have a daily stop, not a suggestion, a rule carved in stone. If you lose a certain amount, you stop. No exceptions, no negotiations. The day is over. The purpose of this rule is not to protect your money, it's to protect your mind. Because once your psychology collapses, your strategy becomes meaningless. The third step is accepting something every professional trader eventually learns. Losses are part of the game, not problems, not failures, not personal attacks, just statistics. Every system has losing trades. Every method has drawdowns. Every strategy has red days. The difference between a professional and a beginner is simple. Beginners react emotionally to losses. Professionals respond logically. One fights the market, the other adapts. One spirals, the other stays centered. You must stop believing losses define you. They don't. They simply teach you. The fourth step is reframing the meaning of a loss. Instead of seeing a loss as an insult to your skill, see it as feedback. What did you miss? What did you misread? What rule did you break? If you start analyzing your losses, instead of trying to erase them, you transform them into growth. Revenge traders ignore lessons, disciplined traders extract them. The fifth step is a practical one. Create emotional distance before trading again. The best traders meditate, breathe, walk, exercise, or take a break before re-entering the market. Why? Because emotional clarity leads to better decisions. The calmer your mind, the sharper your execution. Revenge trading cannot survive a clear mind. It feeds on emotional chaos. And finally, the sixth step. Rebuild your identity as a trader. Most people revenge trade because they tie their self-worth to winning. They believe being a successful trader means being right. But true mastery means being disciplined, not perfect, not fearless, disciplined. Your job is not to win every trade. Your job is to follow your rules every day. Your edge isn't your strategy, it's your psychology. Now let's talk about something even deeper, the emotional wound beneath revenge trading. Many traders are not trading money, they are trading unresolved feelings. Pressure to succeed, fear of failure, the need to prove something to themselves or others. When trading becomes emotional therapy, the market becomes your enemy. You start projecting your insecurities onto every chart. You become addicted to the emotional intensity. And that addiction destroys accounts. You must detach your personal worth from your trading results. Your value as a human being does not rise and fall with your P&L. Once you detach your identity from your performance, you remove the fuel that feeds revenge trading. You begin to trade from strength instead of desperation. Let's go deeper. Revenge trading often comes from one core lie, the belief that you can get back what you lost immediately. But trading is not about making money quickly. It's about protecting capital long enough for your edge to play out over hundreds of trades. One emotional moment can erase 10 days of discipline. One emotional day can erase a month. One emotional week can destroy an account forever. You must protect yourself from emotional impulses at any cost. Because trading is not a battle against the market. It is a battle against your own biology. Now, here's the part most people don't hear. The opposite of revenge trading is not more discipline. It's emotional awareness. If you can understand your emotional waves, you can surf them instead of drowning in them. If you can observe your anger, frustration, fear, or urgency without reacting, you gain the power all great traders eventually develop. The power to pause, the power to say, "not now," the power to protect yourself from yourself. And this leads to the ending, the part I want you to remember long after the video ends. You don't lose money because you're a bad trader. You lose money because you let pain make your decisions. The market doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be present, calm, mindful, science-based guidance. Revenge trading is a symptom, not a flaw. It's your mind telling you that you're overwhelmed, that you're too attached, that you're trading emotionally instead of logically. But once you see the pattern, you can break it. Once you break it, you become dangerous, in the best way. Because no trader becomes successful by conquering the market. They become successful by conquering themselves. And the moment you master your psychology, the market will never scare you again. You will stop chasing losses. You will stop fighting the screen. You will stop destroying your gains. You will trade with clarity, not chaos, with intention, not impulse, with discipline, not desperation. And that is when you will finally become the trader you were meant to be.